Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Ya Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, 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 Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, 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 Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, 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 Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid. One more time. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid. Allah ya Shakur, Allah ya Hamid. Hello and welcome to Songs of One Breath today. And although we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK here, I've been very aware of all our American friends and other parts of the world celebrating, and I'm always in favour of Thanksgiving, always in favour of remembering to be grateful. We have so much to be grateful for, and gratitude is such a simple and wonderful and powerful practice. When things are hard, when times are tough, when I'm feeling down, remembering to be grateful is just usually the answer. Probably always the answer. So I began with a chant that comes from my Sufi guide and teacher Muiz Brinkerhoff in California, and words in Arabic: Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid. All gratitude, all grace to the only being, all praise. There's only one being. So I feel to maybe just sing it through one more time together. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallahu. It's such a joyful chant. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallahu. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, 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 Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, La ilaha illallah. 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 Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid, Allah Ya Shakur, Allah Ya Hamid. All praise, all gratitude to the only being, the source of all life. I'm always intrigued when I'm looking through my library of chants and dances, and how so many of our chants with gratitude are in Arabic. Seems that the Islamic tradition has this wonderful tradition of gratitude and praise. But I also dug a little bit deeper and found some others that I'd really like to share today. And I wanted to start with a poem from Gerard Manley Hopkins, who was a Christian. I think he was a monk. He was certainly was, anyway, he was certainly very deeply embedded in the Christian tradition and wrote these very wonderful poems, which I love. And this is one that just came to my mind this morning when I was out in the garden with my hens. Glory be to God for dappled things, for skies of couple colour as a brinded cow, for rose moles all in stipple upon trout that swim, fresh fire-cold chestnut falls, finches' wings, landscape plotted and pieced, fold, fallow and plough, and all trades their gear and tackle and trim. All things counter, original, spare, strange, whatever is fickle, freckled, who knows how, with swift, slow, sweet, sour, a dazzle, dim. He fathers forth whose beauty is past change. Praise him. Glory be to God for dappled things. I love the words he uses. Wonderful sounds. And certainly going out in nature can be a good way to remember things to be grateful for when times are hard, when it's hard to remember. So I'm going to share another chant. This one again from the Christian tradition, and I've slightly modified the words. The first part of the chant uses a phrase which J.S. Bach used to write at the bottom of every page of every piece of music he wrote. He would write SDG, which stands for Soli Deo Gloria, to God alone the glory. Every single page of that glorious music dedicated to the glory of God. And in the original dance and chant, it continues with the phrase Adoramus te, we adore you, we adore thee. But I felt today to add another Latin phrase, Deo gratias, gratitude to God, thanks be to God. So Soli Deo Gloria, to God alone the glory, Deo gratias, thanks be to God. So this is how it goes. Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias. Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias. So if you'd like to do some movements with this one, this is how it goes. We step forward, to God alone the glory. No, we don't. We step out first of all. I remember now. So, Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo, and then we're going to turn to the right. Gloria. And again, a slight variation from the original dance, but we'll now face each other on the screen and we'll take our hands in the form of the cross. So first of all, vertically, going up, reaching up in this vertical plane towards the infinite. Deo gratias, reaching out in the horizontal arms of the cross, bringing in all of our horizontal relationships, all of our gratitude for our human relationships, the physical plane world that we live in. Deo gratias. And then again, offering up our gratitude. Deo gratias. So feel free to join with those movements as best you can. Once I'm playing, I can't demonstrate them, but I'm sure you can find a way. Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias. One more time. Soli Deo Gloria, Soli Deo Gloria, Deo gratias, Deo gratias, Deo gratias. Deo gratias. Thanks be to God. So let's take a few moments to be with our breathing, to settle into this moment with the invitation to focus on our gratitude. And so whilst watching the breath coming in and out, every in-breath, let's invite our awareness of one of the gifts of God. And every out-breath, let it be a breath of gratitude and praise. Shakur Allah, Deo gratia. And sometimes when I'm feeling low, it's hard to think of things to be grateful for. Sometimes they don't always come rushing in. Sometimes they do. That's wonderful. But starting with the breath is a good place. Remembering this breath. Each breath I take is through thy grace. Thanks be to God. Deo gratias. Shukran Allah. And I'm grateful that I have food to eat, that my belly is full. Shukran Allah. Deo gratia. Thanks be to God. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful for my loved ones, my family, my friends. Deo gratias. Shukran Allah. Thanks be to God. So I hope you're filling in the gaps for in your own way, your own gratitude. Allowing what comes for you. And let's take this gratitude practice into the work we've been doing in Songs of One Breath with the breath practices of Shiva and Devi. Remember that Devi says, "What is this life beyond form which pervades form? How may we enter it fully, above space and time, names and descriptions?" And Shiva answers her, "Look lovingly on some object." Look lovingly on some object. So this could be an object, but it could also be something that has arisen for you as the object of your gratitude. So you could be holding something in your mind's eye. Look lovingly on this object. Do not go on to another object. So keep your focus on this one gratitude. And Shiva says, here, in the middle of this object, the blessing. So for a few breaths, let's hold our attention on this one object of our gratitude. Do not go on to another object. Keep your focus on this one. And here, in the middle of this object, the blessing. And there's a Jewish tradition which talks about the blessings of the Holy One. And the saying goes, if God had supplied our needs in the desert for 40 years and had not fed us the manna, it would have been enough. Dayenu. If God had fed us the manna and had not given us Shabbat, it would have been enough. Dayenu. So there's this long list of just one of these things would have been enough. Dayenu, Dayenu. And yet, all these blessings, so many. So I've slightly altered the words of this because to go through all of the Hebrew is too much for my level of Hebrew, and I've added, in the spirit of universality, I've added those Arabic words for gratitude and praise. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Gratitude and praise, it would have been enough. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. So let's try that with some movements as well. And in this moment, I'm feeling gratitude for this meeting with all of you here and for the joy that this gratitude and praise makes arise in my heart, brings me to life. So, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. So, stepping forward, offering up our gratitude, and then stepping back and bringing the praise into the heart. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid. And then in the circle we do a grapevine to the right, so you can just do what you feel like here. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. Quite nice to do those three little stamps though for Dayenu. Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Ya Shakur, Ya Hamid, Dayenu. So that was the same thing to the left. And now in the dance we would be with a partner, we'd be meeting each other and doing a clapping game. So you can either do it like that. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Or if you prefer, you can actually just clap with yourself. Dai Dayenu, Dai Dayenu, Dai Dayenu, Dayenu, Dayenu. So feel free to bring some creativity and do what works for you. So stepping in, offering up our gratitude and our praise. Yashako, Yahami, Yashako, Yahami, Yashako, Yahami, Dayenu. Yashako, Yahami, Yashako, Yahami, Yashako, Yahami, Dayenu. Dai Dayenu, Dai Dayenu, Dai Dayenu. If God had only given us the practice of gratitude and praise, it would have been enough. Dayenu. Yashakur. Thank you very much for joining me, beloveds.